This week, after a peaceful start and some successful roof cleaning, van life takes a turn for the worse with a late emergency trip. However, there are some highlights too, as we meet fellow YouTubers, fix a dodgy seal and get Bertie through another MOT. But first, welcome to our channel. We are retired couple Kath and Sue and have been travelling in the UK and living in our motorhome for the last 2 years with our furry companions Archie and Fudge. This freedom has taken us to some epic spots with magnificent scenery, and there is of course more to come.
Trees aren't green, the ocean is grey, sky is a vague blue, come my way. My room is a mess, it could use a hand. My favourite TV shows to capture in. I know must get it right, must get back in the fight. This can't be a surprise, I think I'll let it slide. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems, no, I can't make it through every night is...
Look at this for a hearty breakfast. One of my favourites. Muesli and natural yoghurt. I was skiing one year in, I don't know where it was actually, but they had this for breakfast and I thought, oh, that looks nice. And here I am. And better still, I'm sitting outside for my breakfast. It's not like it's not, you know, Barbados weather. It's Van Bados weather. Well, if you hadn't guessed it already, we're back at one of our favourite little spots. It's Bluebell Woods. It's a CL site in Wiltshire, and it's really peaceful. Although you can probably hear there's some tree cutting going on at the moment. Well, just before my breakfast, I crashed my drone. It's that time of year where we get back up on the roof. The royal we, Sue, gets onto the roof and we clean it again. And it's pretty grubby at the moment. So I had the drone up and I was doing I wanted a before shot because we will clean it here a little later this morning. And I decided to have a play and I had active track on and I was walking around and the drone flew in that direction, no problem at all. But what it didn't see are the tiny little branches on the tree. So it's got obstacle avoidance and I've tested that. It flew over the van, no problem at all. It got caught by a little branch in that tree and fell to the ground. Thankfully, it had a nice soft landing, but I had to put my wellies on because I had to go crawling in those bushes over there to find it. And we're off. Sue's on the roof, getting it sparkling clean again.
Monday morning blues, I open my eyes and I'm greeted by a cute little smile. The world is new with you by my side. Everything is beautiful. Tuesday afternoon, I'm calling you home. Just to hear your voice on the phone, I think of you, and I'm not alone. You are everything under the sky so blue. I found my piece of heaven, spending my days with you. You are my piece of heaven.
Well, morning everyone. We had a pretty bad night last night. We'd had a lovely barbecue. Our friend had been over, and just after she left, Archie was sick. He'd actually been sick earlier in the day, but he does every now and again. He is. But we went out really for last night, you know, wee-wees, and he was sick, and then he just lay down next to it, and he didn't want to get up. So I took Fudge back in and said to Sue, I think you need to need to help me. And the pair of us went out, and he was just lying outside on the stones up there. Really, quite a shock. So between us, we carried him back to the van, got hold of an emergency vet and took him down last night into Salisbury. And they were fantastic. And after lots of a blood test, a scan, an x-ray, so they think it's a flare-up of his pancreatitis. So they kept him in last night. And we've got to pick him up at 7:30 this morning and then drive him over to our own vets, which is only about an hour and a bit from here. Good news, we've got our boy back. And we don't have to transfer him to the vets. They say it was, they just think it was a flare. Do they really think it was his pancreatitis? I can't remember how he explained it now.
No, I think it's just what
Because he just ate something and he was in pain. And once they sorted the pain out, he was fine. So he's had morphine, intravenous paracetamol. Has he had any antibiotics? I don't know. They've given us the list. It's cost rather a lot, but he's worth every penny, isn't he? So
He's sat staring at us now.
is he? Oh, there he is. What happened then?
Fall out the back.
Okay, I've got you. You're a bit wobbly. Hey, good boy. So he's still a bit drowsy. He didn't want to eat his breakfast, but he's wolfed some chicken. So he's now just being fussy. But we are so pleased to have him back. There's my handsome boy. And my pretty girl. Look at her staring intently at you. She thinks she's getting some food now. I know. Patches down here. There's little shaved patches. Well, Archie seems much better. We're a couple of days on now from when we had to take him into the emergency vets. And he's still a little bit wobbly. We put that down to just the amount of morphine he had, and he's on lots of medication anyway. And he was always a little bit wobbly. But he seems to be, slowly getting a little bit better. And he certainly had a good old mooch this morning before we left. And at the start of a new day, it's that time of year. Time for service and MOT at our local trusty garage. Well, good morning. So today is the day that we've taken Bertie in for service and MOT, and there are a couple of things I've asked them to look at. One, the airbag warning came on again. Now they fixed that about a month ago and it was a connection, so I'm hoping it's something as simple as that, because it came on again about a week ago. And then the second one was when we were in Devon and we were going down a 25%, what do you call it, incline, decline. A warning light came on for brake fluid, check brake fluid, and then another warning light came on saying hill assist unavailable. Now I did check the brake fluid and it looked okay, so I'm hoping it's just a simple case of, because we were on such a steep slope, the sensitivity of the sensors in there. Anyway, he's gone in for service and MOT. At the same time as I was doing that, Sue was taking Archie back to our own vets for a checkup after our scare very recently. And she's back and everything's okay. And we've come here for some breakfast and we're just about to take the dogs out for a walk. And then, fingers crossed, we'll get through, service will happen, MOT will be fine, and we'll be back on the road again. The other thing I wanted to mention is we've bought Archie another buggy. Now you might think that's quite excessive as we've got one, but when we met somebody when we were going round Stairhead and they said they'd had one like us but found it very heavy and unwieldy, and we do, and it is very heavy to carry in the van. So we've bought a new one as recommended by this lady, and the difference with this one is it's actually got steerable front wheels. They're like trolley wheels, and it's also much lighter. Now the advantage of the design of it is that Archie doesn't have to clamber over a wheel in front to get in, and also the archway to get in is higher, so he doesn't have to duck down quite so far. We're going to try it out for the first time today. We have assembled it and he has tried just sitting in it, it's fine. So we're going to be selling our old one, and hopefully somebody else will be able to benefit from that. And if they're not in a camper van, then they probably won't worry about the weight as much as we have. So we've got the new buggy up. I think it's pretty good. It's definitely a lot lighter and it's much easier to turn because of those wheels on the front. Now, it's just missing one thing at the moment, and that is a black Labrador called Archie, because he's quite happy walking at the moment. And we want to keep him mobile, but this is just to help every now and again give him a little bit of a break. Look at the old man. Here he comes. He has, he's doing well today. Do you want to have a little ride? Hey? You want to have a little ride? You have to come round the front, sweetheart. Here, come on. There you go, in you go. That's it. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Oh, there you go. That's comfy, isn't it? Hey, is that comfy? Good boy. Good boy. Well, that was quite an eventful little walk in the end, because there was a little black poodle type thing, very small, that had managed to escape its owner, slip its collar, and all the dog walkers here were involved in trying to reunite it with its owner, which we managed to do successfully. We were all worried because it was running near the road, and nobody wants to see a little dog run over, do they? Did you two enjoy yourselves? Hey? Well, good morning. So today I've just been doing some DIY repairs. When Sue was up, she noticed on the roof when she was cleaning it that a bit of there's a sealant strip that runs the whole length of the roof, both sides, and then right at the end it had come up. Now, probably means the sealant strips need to be replaced, but in the absence of any of that stuff, and I'm not sure I'd do a very neat job, I've done a makeshift job, which is a bit of Sikaflex silicone stuff, which has just kind of glued it down at the end and hopefully sealed it against any ingress. So I'll get up the ladders. I meant to get up earlier and completely forgot. I was too focused on my job, but I'll show you what I've done. Oh, if you can see for the ladders, just there, let's see if I can get you a better view. Just in here, the end of the seal, you can see it's all white all around it. That, of course, is the silicone. So that strip goes the length of the roof, and at this end up here, it had just come up. So, it's the best I could do. So, hopefully that will be enough to at least keep it weatherproof until we can get the whole thing replaced. Exciting news. We're off to see a YouTube channel that we have been watching for the last 18 months or so. And they've been watching us and we've been watching them, and we've never met them for real. And we've made an arrangement. We happen to be in the same part of the country, so we're popping off to see some of our YouTube friends.
Oh, wow, it's a pretty rubbish day. The rain's coming down. But I can hear noises inside the van. I'm not sure who's in there. Let's go and have a look. What's all this noise in here then? I can see all this noise coming. Hello!
Hello!
It's everyone's favourite mums, the motorhome mums! Yay! And they pull the rain with them, so you blame them.
All our fault.
We have actually been sitting in here putting the world to rights.
Yes.
Indeed.
Sue and his Kath and
Chancer.
And Chancer, yeah.
And he's trying to get the cake.
Well, I've got to say, and I'm not saying this for the video because we've said it already, but it's really nice to meet you both in person.
It is, isn't it?
Because
The feeling's very mutual.
It's about it must be about 18 months where we've been following each other.
Yeah. And we've been saying we must get together, and the only day we do,
It's
this
raining.
Rain.
I do snore very loudly.
That also.
Well, so does Kath. Do you?
Oh,
Yeah,
Well, I don't.
you do.
I don't. Sue says she's always saying you snore, and
I've even recorded it.
Yeah.
She does.
You know what it's like when you meet somebody and you've only ever seen them on the telly and you're never quite sure whether they are going to be exactly the same. Well, yesterday, as you've seen, we met Steve and Lorna from Wandering by Choice, and they were just as we expected, or just like they are on YouTube. And we've really had a lovely time with them. So much so that just before we head off up north, because we are moving on today, Steve and Lorna are going to come here and we can return the favour, hopefully have a cup of tea before we head off up north. Well, we spent another lovely morning with Steve and Lorna, talking all things van life, gadgets and editing software. We swapped numbers and vowed to meet again, hopefully later this year.
I like that, Reb.
It's for the dog.
Right, you take it easy and get in.
Yeah, no, I'm going to wave you off.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Toby.
Very excited, aren't you, Chancer?
No jumping. No jumping.
Hello, it's all right. I don't mind jumping.
It'll be all wet. What do you want to eat?
I just worry that he's going to jump on a child or an old lady.
Oh, and knock them over, I know. You do worry about that, don't you?
I'm 90 days. He likes going up people's coats.
Muddy paw. I've always got muddy paws somewhere. Bye, Steve and Lorna. See you soon. So as we say goodbye to Steve and Lorna, I think we'll say goodbye to you as well on this video. So don't forget, subscribe to Wandering by Choice as well. They're great to watch, great people. We've thoroughly enjoyed our time meeting them properly, and we are definitely going to catch up with them in the summer, hopefully when the weather's a bit better. So for now, we'll say goodbye and see you next time.